learning. So we were like talking, it's nice to, to wear something, to find that suit in the wardrobe and come here and see normal faces and normal people, not the black squares with the names. Now you are smiling, so you understand why I'm smiling so much here now. Yeah, thank you for just such an advertisement to me. Thank you for that, and I'm really thankful for the opportunity. Because if we do not share, how can we develop professionally? If we are just sitting in our classes or in our rooms, how can we share? In what way can we grow? And in what way can we inspire each other to prevent this, burnout? So this is the case. And thanks everyone, each of you who has come today. Here, you found this time, you found this moment, and I understand that how busy you are, because I am also busy. So we needed to rearrange schedule, to cancel some of the classes. Appreciate it. Thank you for that. I will be talking about this word, which is really hard to pronounce sometimes, contextualizing and integrating learning for Ukrainian students in new curriculum. I will be talking about it later, because behind this project, it's not just me. It's a result of the teamwork. And this is super important to, to highlight this. This is not because I am a star. This is because a group of teachers worked hard. So this is why I'm here presenting this. And we were honored to present in Tampa, yes, in front of the teachers all over the world. Honestly, not so many teachers, because our presentation was at 8 a.m. in Tampa. But we had many visitors. Okay. So here comes a slide about me. I'm pretty sure some of you know me, and I'm pretty sure some of you are learning about me today. What I would like you to know, what is important. I'm here for the only reason, because I'm interested in professional development. So I'm involved in several projects, not one project, several projects. Like projects is the British Council, like we are doing Sweet Law at the moment. Thank you for coming, girls. Yeah. And I'm also involved in several projects, the American Council, and I'm just finishing my Delta 1 module course now. So I'm on my way to passing the exam, which is quite difficult. So I hope you're with me, because I think that if we get stuck, if we just stop, it's like a small death for us as professionals. Once I start believing that I know it all, where there is no progress, there is regress. So there should be some movement ahead. And I'm sure you are here because you agree, no? Okay. So, where the opportunities for the growth are. We actually talked with Italian about it. So I'm going to talk about this organization at one of my trainings as well online. You can see it next time. These are opportunities for teachers and for students. And the name of organization is Education USA. Please, at least link them on Instagram. There is a site with the same name, if you Google Education USA. So there you can find lots of projects for your students. Once again, it's again some advertisement in some way, because I will be doing a session about the certification. Here you can learn more about Flex. I'm giving the name of Flex because everybody knows about Flex. This is Flex. What about CCC? What about programs? There are many different ways for our students from schools, from universities, and there are many ways for teachers to develop. And this is also like a part of me because I'm just an ambassador of this organization. And here, actor. I don't know, I might ask you a question. Whose students participated in Excellence? Do we have any teachers whose students participated in Excellence? No? Wow, that's good.
My student participate some years ago.
What's the name?
This morning.
Oh, yeah, I know Alexa. Cool. Alexa and Taras.
Taras is the elder and
He is your brother. Yeah, the both of them. And their mom was my student in another project, which is English for NGOs. So plenty of projects. You see, have you heard about them? But they exist. So once you want to learn more about the program itself, I'm not kind of advertising this program. I want you to treat it as an opportunity for the students. I will be talking now in detail what it all means, but in general, this program was developed by WILO and by the Ministry of Education. By the way, everything I am talking about is still about Ministry of Education. So this is not, some idea. These are really serious programs, they are international. So this is not only about Ukraine. Like access exists in about 300 countries all over the world. So this is pretty well. Okay. So what actually I would like you to learn about by the end of the session? I would like you to talk about the curriculum itself, and by the end of the workshop, you might reconsider your attitude towards curriculum in general. Yeah, I will be talking about the way this specific curriculum, because this is a product that can be used by you. So I'm going to give you a link by the end of the workshop with all the materials. So it's not only like I'm talking and it is somewhere. No, you can use it. So in general, you might change your attitude towards curriculum, and you will be able to use the materials from this exact curriculum. Okay. Sorry for walking over them. Just, when you prepare to such presentations, you think, I need to say this is so important. I need to say that, and then when you go out, you look like I didn't say this, I forgot to say that. So I'm just trying to focus on the most important thing. Well, for now, I would like you to turn to each other, group of two, or, okay, we have pairs here. Two, you two, and to the background, just join the girls, two, and here we have two of you, I'm going to give you 3 minutes, and I would like you to discuss the question or level or whatever you're teaching, wherever you're teaching, for teaching. Okay, so from your teaching practice, please turn your welcome. Talk a little bit.
Sometimes
So if you hear me, raise your hand. Okay. Teacher voice here. Ah, good. Great. Excellent. Thank you for that. Like first it was silent, but then you started remembering what actually you were supposed to do. Now, can I ask you to talk to like, you know, to voice your idea? Would like to share with the whole. Yeah.
Unfortunately, in our school, we have a local English. But I'd like maybe to see some combination, for example, English and foreign language can integrate. Maybe could be for our students. For example, if they know
You want to coordinate, yeah, a little bit, to change this, yeah, to order, to add something. Okay, good. Wow, other ideas, it's okay to talk here, we will not tell you.
I would like to be an opponent because we have literature in our school and I think it's very difficult environment. This or this research must be great.
Okay, that's fine, but currently, like which programs are you using? Is there anything you like?
The ability to change between the book.
to the book and to be capable about anywhere. In fact, you know, the problem is that the curriculum is common for most students, but in fact, we have flexibility. So sometimes it's difficult for teachers to adapt material with that, even for from them to make the ability to take time. And not all the students are able to acquire all they need to acquire or to learn, all they need to learn at the same time.
Yeah, another generation is what's the what
Thank you so much for things. What we value is flexibility and opportunity to adapt to the needs and interests of a particular student. That's what we call freedom, yeah? When you ask us what we want freedom. And that is actually you cover the next question. These are the questions which we were interested in. while we started working with Access. So here I need to dig a little bit in the history, because when we understand what, like how everything originated from, then we have a clear idea why it all appeared, in what way, and if it can be used by. So, Access Micro Scholarship Program is for students aged 13, 16-year-old students. So it means that materials can be adapted for students from something like 8th form till 11th form. Honestly, I adapt materials to adults as well. So there are many things that can be used here. And here you can see how far the program goes. Actually, yeah, it exists for 10 years. Here in Dnipro, it existed for 6 years within schools. So all of these 6 years I was involved in this program. Now there is some tendency to move it to the west of the country because of the war. So it's a little bit too dangerous to make it here, and they want to make it offline, and it's pretty hard for now. So hopefully it will go on. Though it's going on for university students, like they have this program for university, its version for university students. For schools now it's a little bit dangerous. Okay, so what are the general aims, goals for Ukrainian accent? You can see, well, what's important here, and what struck me when I started working there, it was not only about learning English, and it was not only about learning American culture. There was one nice thing here, which was community service. So if I tell you tomorrow you will be doing community service, what's your reaction? To do community service. But when I started doing that, I understood the meaning. So this is about this 21st century skills. This is about being useful for your community. You know, not just coming in, screaming, I love my plane. That's not it. Like they teach you to do for your own community, and in this way they teach you to how to do work in the country. They teach it in many ways. Well, here you can see how the program was originally, it still is. So it was like this even with the old curriculum. We had regular classes, we had intensives, where we could teach different holidays, events, where we could meet with students and not only teach, like, you know, open your books and study, but more informal, in a more informal way. We could have some tea, discuss issues that are interesting for them. We had summer camps, so pretty different from just a simple curriculum. But once we came, first we had COVID, and this question came to us even during the COVID times, when some of our students, like, you know, were suffering, really had lots of problems, and then came the war, which made it worse, which meant that we cannot teach the same curriculum in Lviv and in Verdas. It simply stopped working like that. Because when we talk about trauma, we did not just talk about trauma, we face this trauma. And if we have the topic like in our books, family, we definitely don't want our students to cry while we are teaching the topic family. And all of this responsibility is up to who? Teacher. So how to help these teachers how to help ourselves. And actually, with this question, we decided together and create a curriculum that could be helpful for all of us. So there were, last summer, we had 20 access teachers all over Ukraine. These are teachers, you understand, these are teachers who pass their English speaking international exams, like, you know, they have at least C1 confirmed, they have CELTA or the same program that they did. So this is a full group of teachers with at least 8 or 6, or some of them 10 years of working within access. So do those teachers have ideas to share? Materials? If I ask you how materials to show, 100%, so did we. And we decided to create a curriculum that could be useful for all of us. Sorry, I will be talking. This is a presentation. I understand that it'll be hard, but still, I need to explain. And how to make this curriculum work. First of all, it's separate. Yeah. So we needed to know which level. We were teaching mostly, we aimed at B1 plus, B2 by the end of the program. It's a 2-year program. So 2 years, we had 2 years. And also it was pretty much individual because for some students, you understand, we needed, again, we had multi-level groups and we still have multi-level groups in Excel as well. And also, so this is for English, pretty clear. You just take settle and you have your aims here. And backward design. What is backward design? So backward design actually is more about what we want them to achieve by the end of the program. What we want our students to achieve by the end of the program. And only after that, planning and arranging activities. So what we want them to know, how we are going to accept them, and only after that, which activities it would involve. So a huge work was done in terms of goals. So here those 20 Ukrainian teachers. Heather Totem Harris was an American specialist who managed this work, and lots of materials and ideas what to do about it. We actually set 3 different groups. One group was working at units, topics, and goals. That was a huge work. I wasn't involved, by the way, in this first group. The second group was dealing with the materials within the topics. And the third group was responsible for reading everything, giving feedback, and making it all work. So that's how we were creating our group. The objectives of the curriculum were kind of the same as Access. They kind of like, you know, they look similar, but they work a little bit different. So of course, the integration was about 21st century skills, understanding of US culture and values, and naturally the English language. So here, it's not only about, you know, just English, it's a big mixture. And I think in this respect, it's somewhat similar for what we are using at schools. But you will see what is similar and what is different. And I will dig a little bit in this terminology, which is hard to pronounce. Yeah, we are pretty familiar with integrating the parent for many times. But as for contextualization, which is still hard to pronounce, this is about this is about what we sometimes lack. Honestly. And no, I worked at school 6 years ago. Though I worked there for 23. So no questions to me. I know what school is. For you. Yeah. So this is how to find the proper context to what we are going to teach. And it doesn't work if you come to the platform and say, today we are going to study present simple. You are the star, you are really beautiful, well dressed, but it will not work. Why? Because, for example, if you want to teach how to drink tea, do you start with drinking tea? Or do you start with explaining all the ingredients, sugar? So there are very good theories behind this contextualization. You need to provide context. You need to provide really good, authentic material before you teach. Vocabulary, grammar, functions, whatever you prefer to teach. And this was number one goal, to gather all the materials and to see how they can work in terms of achieving these aims on the Here you can see some more details now with more topics, how everything was integrated. Because we needed to take into account grammar, communicative goals, everyday English, academic professional English, because we want them to have the level, and actually to assess how we grow, to involve formative assessment into this process. What is important when you see all the topics, some of them can be taught different, like separately, and some of them can be integrated, and you have the same in the curriculum, in Ukrainian curriculum, наскрізні вміння. Am I right? Навички – це вміння, доведені до автоматизму. Yeah, whatever. Skill. Okay, so how it all works. We have a unit with a general name of it. We have goals, general goals, what we want our students to take out after 2 years of work. We have separate topics and subtopics, like you will see them, which topics you might want to use during your class. Speaking about goals, there are more long-term goals, what we want them to achieve in general. Yeah, and there are, like here is the example. Yeah, we want them to learn, for example, about the culture of the US, just in general. And we have short-term goals, what we want them to achieve within specific topics. These are more about lower order thinking skills, higher order thinking skills, critical thinking. And here comes, like, you can compare government systems of the US and Ukraine. So this is more specific, and you know, sometimes it's maybe only in my teaching, maybe not only in my teaching, we focus too much on the outcomes of a specific lesson. But what do we want them in general? Like, you know, after 2 years, they might not remember specific lessons, but they will do have something that they will take with themselves to the life, yeah, to live with. So these are long-term goals, and we really spend a lot of time. Actually, the last summer was spent like this. We enjoyed. Well, what we are coming here with. The topics that can be integrated are mostly 21st century skills and personal development topics. But there is also an opportunity to teach them separately. So it's okay. There could be a topic like working in a team, for example, and we can make a topic. Why not? We can like make a lesson. I actually had a program with several, like once a month, we had each topic on the 21st century skill, like leadership, separate topic, like this. It's also possible. So let's see that in more detail. So here they are. And here how they can be taught. So first, of course, it's integration. It can be about a project. When it's about collaboration and communication, why not? It can be about separate lessons. And it can be 100% organized lesson on the top. So here comes what you mentioned at the beginning. Lots of flexibility. Lots of flexibility. Also, all the grammar is integrated. Here I'm not talking about teaching grammar separately. And I will never. When you come to my courses, if they come to my courses, I will not teach grammar separately because it doesn't work separately. It needs context. How it can be taught. You will have lots of materials, listening materials, dialects, monologues. You will have reading, you will have texts, and your task will be just to notice what can be learned within specific material. In this way, grammar works. So here comes the flexibility. You can understand that there is a huge, plenty of materials. Is it realistic to teach all of them even within 2 years? No. So here comes, freedom. We usually have two sides of the coin. One is freedom and the other one is what? A responsibility. Responsibility. So here the teacher chooses what to teach, bearing in mind the outcomes, separate, and then planning their own lesson. Actually, in this program, we also have the flexibility with choosing the books, and you will have these books, like not the books, but links to which books to choose. I will not give the books, unfortunately. Maybe there is a person who can talk more about the books here, but it's not me. So here is the checklist. You will also have it just for you to have it. You will see how you can apply. And like say, I print it out or I save it in my laptop. And then once I taught freedom of speech, I teach freedom of speech is done. And, or, for example, women's rights, I teach gender equality. By the way, when we worked with that, for me it was extremely valuable because if the curriculum I have gender equality, but in the books, I never had proper materials, enough materials to teach such topics. Not only gender equality, lots of them. But in this curriculum, it's a compilation of materials already. So you can take the ready material and go to your classrooms, which is also the degree class here. You will see this material bank, and you will see like within topics, you have set of reading materials, listenings, videos, presentation, extra materials, and bullet. Yeah. Really. When we made it, we kind of, we were in the process, but once we started working with that, it was like, wow, really, it's really helpful. So here comes like more closer to the result. The whole process is about contextualization, like we needed to gather the materials and to see how they all integrated. And this is about the teacher's responsibility as well, because when you look at the materials, it's your task to notice what is better to teach with these materials, which grammar, which functions, which vocabulary, what you can cover within it. Or if not, you select a different reading text or listening, whatever you want to do, whatever you need. And this is just an example how it can be. So you choose You think it, first of all, you think about it like a menu. You saw it, yeah, it's a menu, and it's up to you what to choose. You think, it would be great to teach, I don't know, equality and human rights. And then you start working with that. You select the topic, skills, and context. And this is like a closer example. It's just a part of it, so you can understand there are many topics there. So if I choose business, I click on the materials, I see which materials are presented, and what I'm going to choose for my lesson. So I don't need to Google the whole internet to wait for someone to send me these materials. It's all already compiled and ready to use. So just adapt it to my students. So once you choose it and select the materials, you can look at the material from different perspectives. So the girls work hard and they develop like 3 kinds of teacher. So you look at the materials, so as grammar, I'm going to give a grammar lesson on topic of Christmas, yeah? And then another teacher thinks, nice functional language, it's a good dialogue, I'm going to teach functional language here, or just develop the listening sub skills. So it depends, again, we'll have 3 ideas, 3 examples here, like what you can integrate in leadership. You can teach, because in the materials it's good to teach passive voice, and it's good to teach essential vocabulary, reading. And like if I'm a teacher, I want to spend a day together, for example, to give more to my students. It's possible. And again, it's interesting because in this way you are not like, sometimes you have the course book and you see, it's a good material and good grammar, but then do it different. So here, please come, you can do it different. You have enough opportunities to do that. And one more, professional skills, reported speech, whatever you prefer to teach. Academic English, professional expressions, or communicative task speaking. Again, enough materials to choose. Once you are teaching this or that topic, you have the checklist and you tick or you put hearts to everything you've already. Yeah, and also there is a lesson template in this set of materials. So you can use it to create your own lesson. Simple, adaptable, easy to use. I don't need to read it. Yeah, you can see them. So pay attention. Have you provided the context? If the context is provided, it will work. And does it integrate more than just one? Reasons why you would like to use it. If you want freedom, do you want freedom? Some of you already want to sleep, I can understand. Lack of inspiration, that's me by the end of the year. Give me something different, please. Yeah. If you are too restricted, like Lena, you said, we are afraid, yeah? We are afraid to do something different. So here we were provided with lots and lots of freedom. We are not afraid to do something different. And of course, you might simply use it as a set of structured materials as well. Before I go on, it was so interesting. I almost forgot to tell you, like how we did it. We started working with it. And then one of my students from Accents rose her hand and said, "Son, I'm going to get 12 in English school." Wow, neat. What have you done? And she said, "I did TOEFL." And I'm crazy. I'm afraid to teach TOEFL. And you did TOEFL. And she said, "Well, you can acknowledge. I just Google, and Mom paid for the exam. So I passed it online for the quiz that confirmed my B2 level. So I'm now shivering, sometimes what you create gives the results that you even do not expect. Because I'm preparing for exams where I've done my English exams twice to confirm my student level of English, and I'm an examiner, I know what kind of work it is. And she simply did it on her own. So with all this preparation, here comes one small result. And I'm not talking about their involvement in international programs of preparation in universities, because they did apply and they were accepted. 4 students were accepted. And only 1 student was accepted to class from my institute as well. So here comes the result. Once you work, you get the result on how it works. There should be a question why not to use the curriculum. I added it to the presentation and then I deleted it from the presentation. So if you don't want to use it, I'm inviting you. You know, any training or any presentation is just an invitation, and it's up to you to accept it or not. The only minus is great responsibility. So once you choose the materials, you are responsible then to achieve this or that level. And here is your turn. As you are still sitting in pairs, hopefully not everyone is sleeping at this moment. We do have time. 10 minutes for you to turn to each other and discuss in what way would you integrate the curriculum or not. If not, provide your arguments. Please turn to each other. Totally. Because you don't always have. Can I go? Please. Yeah, and this is the access to the set. I understand you might need a moment to look at that. But don't take too much because it will have 10 minutes reading. Okay, If you see my hand, you stop, okay? Okay, because I'm already observing you involved into reading all of it. And you can get lost there, it's plenty. She can stop. Sorry, oh, it's okay, I understand you. It's fine. Any ideas that come up to your mind? Is it adaptable, at least in some way? Yeah, in what way? Give me 1 to 3 ideas just to understand that I'm on the right track. It was not in vain, at least.
At least we were cultural.
In what way?
Can change, if we don't have enough material, we can take from here and present and use the.
Sure, 100%. Agree. Thank you. Any other?
Yes, we can use most of the curriculum provided activities extra ideas, extra practice for building skills in law.
Sure.
Especially for me, it seems to me very good.
For us, it works. So you can see it. You need to try. You need to try. Take 1 or 2 lessons and try to use them and see how it works within your context and within our context. Not finished. So we have some outcomes. We have some reflection. This is our group. This is my group, Dnipro group. And here comes, I don't know, could be this circle on her own. And here comes one more boy, pretty much, if I can say so, average in terms of, not C1. He was just a very, very good student, but I can hear what they actually know. Can you read? Because if you can, why should I? Yeah, most of all they valued collaboration. Most of all they valued teachers who were, at the same level with students, who were not this, the beginning of 19th century superstars at the same level. They valued the background, the knowledge, the ability to speak. Because all of them, by the end of the course, were able to speak English. All of them. Yeah.
It's not afraid to make mistakes.
Here you see just 2 examples, but it's like 30 students in each group. And as for teachers, we try to make it in bullets, yeah. And here you have in this video freedom to use different ideas, diverse resource, motivate them. Again, where should I take this component to teach a different culture? Can I attend all the cities in the world? Though I have attended a lot of them, and sometimes I'm so blessed that I've been to one city or another to teach. This is definitely not enough. I need to take this material somewhere, and everything is provided with. So this is again the link to the set of materials. Please save them for yourself if you want to. And I'll be glad to keep in contact with you at any time with any questions. You have the materials, it's just the same. Yeah, well, thank you so much. You are just great.